From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Green 39. Green 39. Ace.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the... .31 as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. They fake the give. Now Mahomes under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Hey, express! Blue 80! Blue 80! Gun! Space!
From the gun, it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
21!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He'll buy some time right. He gets it complete to Harris. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 40 yards.
Left. Watch the run.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. No problem there on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it second down. Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Allen Bailey in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
There we go. Blue for...
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. On second down, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now the pitch to Freeman. Escapes the defender. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, eluding the tackle. And now running right through it. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. On first down, Mahomes in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Deion Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. He'll get it up the middle, and this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action, throw the ball.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, as the first half is winding down, and the Falcons will extend their lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Harris has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a 1-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the 2nd. But now in this spot, within 1 score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked out all week long.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, Not a great start.
Now Ryan on second down. And his throw here is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Returnable here from the 38. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker on for the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's airing it out for Sanu, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 48 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. On the return is Jordan Lewis. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Second down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Trevor Davis now to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, come on.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. after the delay of game. They're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his drag, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
We always talk about our admiration for quarterbacks who can extend the life of a play and create another play off of one that appears to have broken down. Should we come up with a different term for Aaron Rodgers? Because he has taken it to a new level.
He loves life outside of the pocket, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Very comfortable out there, and it usually results in good things for Green Bay.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They toss to Freeman. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit, right?
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley from 19 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
To throw is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Hey, wait. Gun. There we go.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Flushed out right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a 1st down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he puts it through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Deion Jones in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. It gets him over the middle of Cobb. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And able to find Graham, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
319.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cobb. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So second in inches after that first down completion was just shy of the marker. Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. And Crosby puts it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Freeman again. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To throw is Ryan. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down carry for Smith. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Tuesday. Gun.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Over.
Now a play fake. Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, 92 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Get up! Hey, express!
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan eluding the pressure right. And he's got Sanu. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, here's Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up second and 13. Again, it's Jones. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a two-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Sanu with a grab over the middle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
21.
Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Being chased out left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Bryant's kick is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He's back to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
To throw is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game.
26.
Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and failing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if he one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Rodgers now on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. Set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. These folks are ready, and we are underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Ryan on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 57 yards. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jack Crawford breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And, boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Left, 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 left.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
54, south. Ready. 25. Get up.
Now a toss right, Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, hey, gun, gun. 20, 20.
On second down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Hey, Tuesday,
5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
Gun, gun. Hey, south. Hey, hey, gun, gun. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 26 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Mahomes to throw on second down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Deion Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Bruce Carter, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Ready, green, 39.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. D. Ford in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. After the interception, here's Ryan. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Left, 11. Ready to go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break.
This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu. At the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up third down.
21.
On third down, Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 42 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We got three, fellas. We ready? We waiting? Sit. 11. Under 10. Ready for second.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready? Yellow waiting. We're good. 5-4, ready. Ready for second.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go. 13.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
22.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing now is Breeze. Flush to his right. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
A first opportunity up. He gets it down close to the 10-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Get set, get set.
They go with a fullback line, and he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it third and goal.
Here we go. 36. 11.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
21.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Ryan. Dancing to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. A give. This is Kamara. Oh, shifty. Whoa. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. You're good. 5-4, ready.
On 1st down, Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
36.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
11.
A 10th carry for Kamara. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
Kill.
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Ready? You ready?
Shotgun now for Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jack Crawford in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Right back to him on first down. Spins past him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's going to be caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 26 yards, and the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet, but you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And an alley to run. Some strong running at the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And the Saints signal for another timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it.